Welcome to Appointy Tutorials. In this video we're going to talk about the Google Calendar synchronization with the Appointy account. So the first thing that you need to do is go to Marketplace tab and then click on the Calendars tab. When you click on the Calendars tab, the first option you see would be the Google Calendar tab. Once you click on that, click on Connect and a pop-up window would appear. It'll ask you to choose an account. So if you have a couple of accounts, it'll give you an option. If you just have one account, it'll have that account over there. When you click on that, it'll ask you for permissions. Please click on Allow and wait it to load. It'll give you the account. You click on Update. Now by default what would happen is that it'll give you previous records, previous events that you would like to synchronize. Just X out of those. If you don't have any, if you have any, you can select them and synchronize them. Now by default it'll be switched to manual sync one way. You just click on the one way button to make it both ways. What this would do is any event on Appointy is going to show up on Google, and any event on Google is going to show up on Appointy. Now once you've done that, you can then go in at the calendar tab. Let's say go to the 16th, book an appointment, and once you've booked the appointment, it's going to show up on Google Calendar. Now the same thing would work when customers are booking appointments. So I booked an appointment for the 16th of December between 5 and 6 p.m. Now let's see the Google Calendar. As you can see, I have that event on my Google Calendar. Now you would notice that the date is different. I booked an appointment on the 16th and it's showing up on the 17th. That's because the Google Calendar has a different time zone in comparison to the account. So depending on whatever time zone Google has, it'll change the appointment time. So if I go in and if I see the account, so you see it says Eastern Standard Time, which is GMT minus 5, and if I go in over here it says GMT plus 5:30. That's why you have it on a separate day on a different time zone. So you need to make sure that the Google time zone also matches the time zone that's there on the Appointy for it to show the correct date and time. Otherwise it'll convert. Now let me show you what would happen if I create an event on Google. I click go back on the Appointy calendar. So there you see it says blocked by Google, right? So one more thing that you need to make sure, if you synchronize from the administrative side, so I'm logged in right now as the administrator. As you see, give me a minute. As you see, as soon as I booked an appointment between 5 to 6, again it changed the time. The second thing is that because I'm logged in as the administrator, it blocks all the staff members across the board. So if you're logged in as a staff member and you synchronize your account onto the staff, as the administrator, if you synchronize your Google Calendar and create an event on Google, it will block all the staff members. So if you need to have separate Google Calendars linked to separate accounts, what you would need to do is create login credentials, log in as a staff, and then synchronize that Google Calendar. So let me just remove this Google Calendar. Okay, so I'm just going to revoke this, and then I'm going to sign out and log in as a staff. Okay, so I'm logged in as a staff member now, as a manager. So now if I go to the Marketplace, I'll see only two options, Staff Pick and Calendars. I go on to the Calendar tab, follow the same process. Allow. Update. Both ways. Now if I create another test account, create a test event, this time it will only one particular time slot. There you go. As you can see, it has blocked only one staff member, that's me, and the other staff members are not blocked. So you do need to make sure that if you want separate logins or separate Google calendars to block only those particular staff members, you would need to create staff logins for them. They would then need to log in as staff members and synchronize their Google calendars. If you don't if you don't do that and integrate your Google Calendar as the admin, it will block availability for all staff members. If you do face any issues, you can always click on the chat button on the bottom right corner and ask us any questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.